Good morning. Greetings from KenteCode AI. You know, I posted some updates on what is coming out at KenteCode AI, the AI Academy, and I've received a lot of questions from people who want to know what is the difference between AI and ML engineer, a data scientist, a data engineer, and a data analyst, and what actually is KenteCode AI Academy teaching. I'm just having my breakfast this morning, and I said, okay, let me just spend some time to give an update on this particular topic before I start my day. By the way, it's a Memorial Day in America, so we are thankful for those who fight for the freedom of the United States. So, who is a data scientist? Who is a data engineer? And who is AI or ML engineer or data scientist, basically. So, let me start first. So, these careers are kind of progression. Basically, when you start working in IT as a software engineer or data engineer or data analyst, it means you have some type of training around handling data. Basically, data is what keeps information about things, places, transactions. They are stored in systems, and somebody has to create a system or an application that handles the storage, the retrieval, and the analysis to get insight from that data. Okay, so I'm going to in this short video I'm going to give who is a data engineer, who is a data analyst, and then who is a data scientist. Then I'll go to where we go to AI and ML engineer. So first, data engineer is one of the critical part of any organization. That is, it is a person that is going to build pipelines, or they are going to build processes that will move data or move some type of it can be files, it can be data in a particular system to a particular location, manipulate it in a form that can be used by other applications. So let me give an example. Let's say I have a system that is selling some goods. People come, they buy stuff, and I have a transaction, point of sale transaction system, and I sold all those things. At the end of the day, maybe I have 5 stores. I have all those things happening in those different stores in their own systems. Or let's say, at the end of the day, somebody will create a process. If I want to get insight into those systems, what is happening at these stores in a very centralized location, the data engineer will write pipelines that can get data from all those systems, centralize it in a data warehouse or some kind of central repository where people can easily use that data for analysis, or other systems can depend on that information. That is the data engineer. The data engineer is the person who plumbs the data. He is the one who is going to write the pipelines and get data from all over the places, do whatever it needs to get the data in a state where users can actually use it. Okay, the right pipelines. Normally, the requirement for this is you are very close to a software engineer, but you are data. You build data systems. That is your main job. That is pure programming job. You need to know very hard called Python development, API. You should be able to write APIs. You should be able to write a Python to take data from different sources. It can be JSON, it can be Packet, it can be CSV. You should be able to write the system to collect the data from those systems and store it into the central place for others to use. So you are the main data guy in the company or in the team that handles data. You have to be a data expert, very good at analyzing data details and know that the data is correct, because garbage in, garbage out. If the data is wrong, everything else is going to be a mess. So the data engineer is very critical when it comes to data. Okay, now the data engineer, let's say after you get all that data, you put it over there, then Business needs some insights. Okay, business needs to know, okay, so which store is performing better. The scenario I gave, which store is performing better. I want to know, okay, how many are sold in this store, compare it, which items are selling better in these stores, and they want to run some campaigns and all that kind of stuff. They want to know what product are selling best at these stores, and what can they target some kind of advertisement, so that maybe a store is underperforming, what product they can use to boost up performance in those stores. That is where we come to data analysis. A data analyst basically is somebody who needs to know SQL or SQL, very good in SQL and reporting, be able to pull up the data from those systems, the central location normally, be able to create queries, SQL queries that is going to analyze that data and provide some kind of dashboard or report that users can use to quickly see insight and say, oh, these items are selling better in this location than this location. And if a store is underperforming, they can quickly see directly from something that is on the dashboard. They can know, oh, this store is performing less in this particular category of items. So can we do these promotions in this store? Buy one, get one free. That kind of promotions can be run in those stores. So a data analyst is basically, that is the person doing the analysis. They are not building the data pipelines like the data engineer is doing. So they are analyzing the data, providing insight to the business, the stakeholders, to understand what is happening in their systems. That is a data analyst. Okay, now from data analyst, they do report in Power BI, Tableau, those kind of systems. The data analysis have to be able to do those things and provide the insight and the reports to the business to be able to view those information. Then we come to a data scientist. So a data scientist, basically, you have to be able to do the data analyst work. You should be able to do that kind of work. But in addition, you should be able to use statistical models, machine learning models, to provide some kind of additional information or predictions and say, hey, maybe this location is going to do this type of performance next month, or maybe so we need to order more of these items to this location. You are predicting that this particular Coca-Cola is going to be running out in 30 days, so we need to get inventory in place. So that is a data scientist. They are broad. They are, in case that they know machine learning models, how to use them, get them to provide more information in addition to predicting what is going to happen or what area to target for particular ads, and do a lot of data science modeling kind of stuff. AI and ML engineer person has all these qualities of a data scientist, but what it comes to these particular places, this person is more advanced. They are more of data scientists, yes. So a data scientist is an AI and ML engineer, but you have to have some domain knowledge about cloud and deployment, and also be able to integrate the models into different systems. So the modeling you have to know as a data scientist. You have to, the same as a AI and ML engineer, you have to know the same thing, but you also have to be able to know how to deploy these models to different cloud systems or whatever it is, and be able to monitor this system, provide some kind of monitoring in place for this system. So you are just a data scientist, but you also have advanced knowledge about how to actually deploy the models and integrate them with applications. You have to be able to write code to integrate these models with other systems and make sure that the system is stable across line, and provide this kind of usage to business. So an ML and AI engineer is a data scientist. Yes, it's a data scientist with extra knowledge about deploying these models and then put it into different systems and integrating. You should be able to write API codes and integrate the models into different systems. Normally, data scientists are more providing insight and then write the models and actually just give output. But AI ML engineer have to be able to write code to integrate this into applications and deploy them to different places. MLOps is their machine learning operations, but as an AI and ML engineer, you should be able to handle those things. I don't see any excuses for their AI and ML engineer not able to deploy models to a different cloud system. So at KenteCode AI Academy, the AI ML engineer is going to run through all these careers at each phase. We divide it into 4 phases. So we are going to run through all these careers. It's progression. So by the time you finish this course, course, you should be able to get an understanding and be able to get the fundamentals to work in all these particular roles that, except data engineer, which is a little bit more in depth, and we cannot cover it in this class. Maybe